ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is going to be my first impressions or so of Rainbow Six Siege. I've been playing Counter-Strike for about 2 years now, so I'm familiar with the 5v5 style of game, competitive shooter, but this takes a very different turn and is very unique from a lot of other, and has a lot of other shooters and has a lot of potential. So we can first look at the options menu. In graphics, there's nothing really missing here. The FOV goes up to 90. You can have VSync on or off, and then you got 1 and 2 frame options. I have 3 monitors. You can choose which monitor, so that's great. And then you have borderless, which is very much appreciated considering I have 3 monitors. So yeah, it's very important. You got friends menu right there. Really hope they do some integration with Steam when you can buy it on Steam, because Uplay is awful. So we can show you the money system that they have. So you use money to buy operators, the little dog tag things. You get about, like a good round, you get about 250 of them. That's what I've seen in on like an okay round, about 150. A bad round, like 70. But you can buy these different operators. Each special counterterrorism unit has 2 different, usually generally has a defender and an attacker. Some of them even have more than that. So the SAS, there's a sledge guy, and his special ability is a breaching hammer. Then he has 2 different primary weapons and 2 different secondary weapons. Some of these weapons, I believe, go between classes, but most of them are class unique. So, this shotgun goes between the SAS, but that specific shotgun won't be in any other class, and this specific assault rifle won't be in any other class. So they're like unit-specific weapons, and then they're operator-specific weapons. So they each have an ability. They each come with the same gadgets. Sometimes they have different. So, this guy's a grenade. This guy has a like C4 charge. But the reason is because there's defenders and attackers, and they will have different gadgets. But I believe all the attackers' gadgets are the same, and all the defender gadgets are the same. And then you can always be the recruit, which is you can choose between most of the weapons and most of the pistols, but it has to be specific to a counterterrorism unit. So I've been playing with a few of them. I like the doc quite a bit. It's very useful. None of them feel like they have abilities that are completely useless. Some of them are useful than others. For example, this shock drone is pretty much useless. I haven't really found a useful thing for it, and the electronics detector, I guess, can be useful in more advanced play when people start using electronics more and more. So I don't have enough for an operator. The operators go from about 500 to all the way up to, I guess, 2,000, but I haven't found one that you can even buy for 2,000. So as you can see, you have to pay 1,000 for this guy. So, but you can work up to that fairly quickly. There are 2 different modes currently available: Terrorist Hunt and Multiplayer. When you click Multiplayer, it'll immediately put you into a search lobby. There's no map selection screen, and there is the Terrorist Hunt, where there's a building full of terrorists and you gotta eliminate them all. I quite like this for just grinding to get XP and the money, which XP doesn't seem to really have a purpose right now, but maybe in the future it will. And then in Terrorist Hunt, there's hard, normal, and realistic. I like realistic because it yields the most renown, which is their money system. Plus, it's really not that hard if you've got a team that's even slightly competent. So let's go to the multiplayer, and we'll jump right in. So as you can see, there is like a leveling system, but I haven't seen any real purpose to the leveling system. There hasn't been any specific unlocks that you have to get to from XP, which in my opinion is a good thing, especially in a competitive shooter like this. You really need the barrier of entry to be simply skill and not, weapon unlocks and stuff like that. And really, at the end of the day, the weapons are not the main focus of the game. The main focus of the game is tactics. So there is a little bit of problem with the matchmaking system, but as you can see, we just found 2 more people. So today, it's been quite good, but in the past it hasn't. I'm sure they'll iron it out before the beta, which is great. The matchmaking system is really not that bad, and I don't feel any weird menu problems with the mouse, which a lot of games have, where the mouse feels like utter shit. This is just the regular mouse, but I think that might be because of borderless window. So there's a blue team and an orange team. They didn't go with the classic red or blue, but I like the blue and orange. This is my favorite map. So this is House, and the reason it's my favorite map is because it introduces most of the destruction elements just for simple play, right? So as you guys can see from that picture, I'm gonna pick. Well, we're gonna have to show you the recruit. So I'm gonna go FBI SWAT. They have this neat little SWAT assault rifle. It looks a little bit like the Honey Badger, and you got a 1911 and a stun grenade. So everybody has on the attacker side, everybody has a grappling hook. And the reason I like House so much is because nearly everything is made of wood. So breaching into the building, you can do it really however you want, versus other maps like the training facility. Nearly everything is concrete, which sucks because you don't have a lot of the tactical options that you would on a map like House. So I believe we have a full lobby here. And the loading times are fairly
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb.
So as you can see, there's a preparation phase with the drone, which was shown in the first review trailer, I believe. All these barricades have little holes in them that you can go right through, which is clearly designed just so the drone is going to be there. I'm going to go to the bottom floor just to check. Just doesn't seem to be anybody here. It's most likely on the top floor. Yeah. So as you can see, these guys so he just shot me out, I believe.
Insertion in 10 seconds.
So we're being inserted in 10 seconds, and then we'll have the ability
5 seconds
we'll
to
have
insertion.
3 minutes or so, simply to just play around.
The diffuser has been secured. A bomb must be located and defused.
And the reason I have this house so much is because nearly everything's breaking. So I'm going to rappel up the side. I'm going to put the charge in here.
Ready to breach.
Press space.
Recover the diffuser. You located a bomb.
Shot me. Now, this is actually a very dangerous part of the game. As you can see, I just totally got wiped out by that. When you breach into the wall, you're very vulnerable. You can't
The
really
diffuser is now secured.
from
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
accuracy. It's really more of a problem than the fact that
Cluster charge, good.
so this guy fused.
Detonating cluster charge.
You have located a bomb.
The LMGs, I don't really see a place for them.
Out of ammunition!
So in this game mode, there's 2 bombs, and you have to defuse the bomb as the attacker. Really awesome.
1 operator remaining.
But it's fine. It's okay mode, but in the end, it really ends up coming down to who can eliminate the enemy team. The objective is played much less.
14 is KIA.
Died. So there's 3 rounds to win. So if you get 3-0, then that person wins. Nearly all the windows have barricades on them as started. So this is my first gripe with the game, is this little in-between round phase. For example, in Counter-Strike, when you lose a round or win a round, you're nearly immediately put back into the game. You have to choose a class every single time. I think it would be a little bit better if in, let's say, the start of the game, you pick your attacker and defender, and then that's your attacker and defender for the whole game. That would make more sense to me, and I would also prefer that they didn't switch attacker and defender every round.
Protect the
We had,
bombs.
like, an attack phase where you have a few rounds of attacking, and a defend phase where you have a few rounds of defending. So you have a reinforce
Stop worrying about grenades now.
thing where you can go to a wall, and you only have to move them. That's a very important distinction. And as you can see, nobody will be able to
Time to armor up.
put a any sort
Deploying ADS!
Bomb location compromised. Plan accordingly.
Reloading!
put barbed wire.
10 seconds left.
So you have a little
Cover me! Reloading!
5 seconds left.
Watch what you're shooting.
Barbed wire is up. I messed up
Op 4 has located a bomb.
This will be much more prominent when the full game comes out. I also assume will be a leveling system. Barbed wire doesn't seem to affect your team. The animations for this game are amazing. They are really, really good, and I just really appreciate the level of detail that all the animations have. As you can see, when I put up that reinforcement on the wall, it really did feel like I was putting a reinforcement up. So stop for a second here, and you can hear a lot. In fact, the game is fairly quiet, so footsteps and things are really prominent, maybe even more prominent than Counter-Strike. So, first level of content is
Reloading! Cover me!
PWs are not that good. They are. You revive yourself by. There's no damage. And as you guys can see. Shot me with a pistol. Pistols are pretty accurate and pretty powerful. So that's, I guess you could say that's a good thing, but as you've probably heard, probably watched other YouTubers talk about this, the breaching shields.
The bomb diffuser has been successfully
It's
deployed.
really annoying because in a lot of scenarios, you just can't kill that person. Because this is a very,
4 operator remaining.
it's not a
Detonating
a
charge!
lot of flanking.
Mission failed. Blue 4 neutralized.
So there's not a lot of moments where you have to look around. There is more of those moments than Counter-Strike, but it's not a quick picture. So as you can see, we're gonna switch sides here, and you do this every round. So this can get fairly annoying, considering that there's also a drone phase. The actual time you're playing has a big split between it. So you're gonna have to choose a drone. Let's actually choose the fuse. This is my main. So this guy has a little bomb thing where you put it on a wall and it shoots the grenades into the room, which is great for breaching. I've been killed by this quite a few times, but as you can see, the blitz and the montage, these shields are very powerful.
We need to locate a bomb.
Now the jump has a cooldown. As you can see, it's about 2 seconds. It can be annoying, but I guess because people like me like to
Up
spam.
there.
As you can see, there's a guy, and he shot me, but I didn't beat him. So now there will be a little like marker, almost like a Google Maps on the map where he is. Not a mini map, but just in 3-dimensional space. So similar to 3D spotting in Battlefield. It updates every, few
10 seconds.
or so, but it will go away eventually.
Target
It's not
located.
nearly as
Loading.
accurate as
5 seconds to go.
which I think is a good thing. I think the HUD definitely needs to be reduced.
Diffuser has been secured.
Out of
Your
ammunition!
mission is to locate and defuse a bomb.
I have this holo site. So we're gonna just go up through here. And we're gonna put a thing.
Ready to breach.
Sweet. So, tell my breach. on.
Bomb
Fire
has
in
been
the
Got one guy. I don't know where that's coming from.
You have located a bomb. Diffuser is online and active.
In fact, a lot of times you end up operating by names that pop up. So you can...
Reload!
Got a bunch of guys. That was good.
Op 4 neutralized.
Literally
Move 4
killed
successful.
everybody. Wow, that was good. So, again, this is the type of game that we get a lot. There's a lot of chaotic clusterfuck. But it's not uncomfortable clusterfuck. It's very well organized, which I think is a good thing. It's just not... There's not a lot of blocking going on. So now we have a defend. So again, this switches every round, and I think this is a little bit excessive. So I'm going to pick Doc. So there are definitely some classes that are way more viable than others when it comes to competitive play. For example, Smoke and Doc are really powerful, but then there are other classes that really don't have
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
that help you as a team. So he's gonna put that on fire. I'm gonna barricade this in this. Barricades are fairly easy to shoot.
Barricade is ready!
I can just shoot through the wall here. And
Op 4 located a bomb. Protect it.
the animation again. Very good.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Plan your defenses accordingly.
Very good. And the noise, the sound.
10
quality
seconds
of
to
this game
insertion.
is- love sound.
5 seconds left.
Battlefield and Counter-Strike and games like that where the sound is very
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for
And it's
hostile
also
action.
very clear. It's definitely taken into account, and this is something definitely thought about in great detail. So you can see there's a bomb here, and they will put a diffuser down, and the diffuser will do it, I think, by itself. So it's a little briefcase thing, but that really rarely happens. As you can see, most of the rounds end up just being so. And as you can see, the engagements in this game are really cool. This is not anywhere near I'm really sorry. Ignoring it.
Op 4 has deployed a diffuser. You need to destroy it.
So as you can see,
1 Blue 4 remaining.
and the diffuser will take a bit of time
Mission failed. Blue 4 KIA.
So this is the end of the match. Thank you guys for watching. I think talk about just the class system and the way it works. I think there's two things that really need to be taken into account here. One, I think the character customization should be more prominent. Right now, each class has a fixed gender and a fixed set of look to it. I think it would be really cool if they had you make a character and then your character could switch in between classes. And that would allow for a more personal and customizable gameplay. So, and then we'll be out of the match here in a second. And I'll have a little bit of renown to play with in the operator menu. So we'll look at the class system just a little bit more. So I'll look at Fuse, for example, here. So the AK-12 I actually really like this gun. I liked it from Battlefield. I like it from here, and I think that's a good thing. It's a nice, good weapon. So you have a fairly standard set of customization. I believe this will improve in the next game. I'm sure there'll be like different grips and maybe different underbarrel. Otherwise, it wouldn't really make sense. And then you have these little skins. Honestly, I don't find them very attractive. I think they're kind of ugly. But nonetheless, we'll go unlock a new operator. I need a new operator for defending. So you have Thermite. And this guy, for example, he will have a charge that destroys reinforced walls. So these classes will become very important to competitive play, and choosing a team's classes is going to be one of the most important parts of the game, similar to MOBAs. For example, the cardiac sensor. This is something that's very, very powerful versus maybe something like the armor pack is also very powerful, but let's find something that's kind of useless. Here. Jagger has a intercepting grenade system, which I find to be less useful than, some of the other abilities. And then you have like a shield, right, on the Blitz guy. He has heavy armor, and he's very difficult to kill. So a class like Smoke, who I actually use, comes into account. Where is he? Oh, well, I can't show him to you here. Smoke, he has a little grenade that has a smoke bomb, and it's very, very powerful. It's great for attacking and defending, and this is a very well balanced, not well balanced, but very well made ability. This is a good ability, and it's really, really useful in combat. So he has a gas mask, so he's not affected, I don't believe, by the gas. But this ends up being a much more solo class. So there's been a time when I was in outside the bomb room as the defending, and there's a guy in the bomb room who's defusing. And I threw one of these smoke grenades in and was able to go through the smoke, but my team wasn't, because they don't have the gas masks. And this is where I think the classes can work against each other. This class can be good, let's say if you're at the end of the round where nobody else is alive but you. But then your team, you can't be a team player, because this bomb, it only becomes good for defending. It's not good for attacking anymore, because your team can't push through it. And there are scenes where you're outside the room and your infuser's inside the room. This is also great for blocking shielded guys. We can look at Twitch, for example. The actual reason that I bought this class was specifically because the 417 sniper rifle, it's a marksman rifle, it's semi-automatic, is very powerful, and I like it a lot. But this shock drone, I have found no use for it. I've tried using it, and it just really doesn't work well for me. And in the future of the game, there will be a video, which I think will be cool. Right now, its duration's 10 seconds, but I'm sure that will change. So again, there's a bunch of different classes, and I don't know. I'm sure there'll be more classes than there will be slots. You'll probably have to choose classes for the game, and there will be a lot of meta play for how many, like what class you choose, what round, etc. Thank you guys for watching. This is really just my opinions on the Rainbow Six Siege beta. If I have anything to say to the developers, it's make more maps with like wood in them, like the house. I think that is the coolest map, because there's 3 layers and you can breach through the layers, and there's a lot more play when it comes to the explosives, which I really do think is the highlight of this game. The explosives and breaching through the wall and jumping through a window, and that type of stuff is really cool to me, and it just adds a level of tactical play that really isn't in any other game. So yeah, if if you guys want to see more videos on the Rainbow Six Siege beta, I will be playing it when it comes out, a lot. So just let me know in the comments if this is the type of thing that you want to see more me talking about a game. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next episode.